So there we go. Hello, we are live again, or we should be. Give me just a second because I like to just put a small announcement in the community so we can have people coming to watch. And I see people already arriving. Hey Jerry, hello. Let me just right over here. We are live again. Come and say hi. All right, so let me just see if this went in. It did. What are we actually going to do today? I'm cooking again. As you guys can see, I am again cooking. I will have a very busy schedule at my work next week, so actually I do need to do a small mini mega project because since I don't know how my schedule will be in a regular basis, I need to be prepared to have long mind sessions, short mind sessions. So having a mega project like this will allow me to have the flexibility to do it, because most likely I will only be able to do one episode for next week. So my goal is really to expand the old 9 chunks into 25. That's what we are doing. If I put the borders very quickly, you guys can see that I'm adding 1 chunk in each side of the 9 chunks over here. So that's really the goal for today, to just expand this to 25 chunks. And with all of that said, yeah, let's go. Before that, start recording. I need to do the time lapses. I cannot forget the time lapses. So I see people already in the chat. Hello guys, how are you? I hope that you are having a great afternoon in this beautiful winter afternoon. How are you guys? By the way, I'm making a difference. I don't know if people watching already saw the original 9 chunks, but I had usually the campsite down there, but whenever I was going down with the elytra, I died so many times that at this moment I actually decided to just have my campsite at the same layer where I am mining, because I'm a mess with the elytra, and I heated the walls so much that I don't really want to keep dying doing these holes thing. Yeah, this is a little bit of a different mining sessions than the one that I typically do. So typically I do the stair patterns. So today is really just mine and mine a little bit more. So it's a little bit different, but there you go. Hey, far enough. How are you, buddy? Oh, and by the way, stat show. Let's have on the screen the total amount of blocks that we have mined as usual in the streams. You can't adjust the quality. I hope that it is not on my end, because usually I should be transmitting at 1080p, I think. Hey Philip, how are you? Hey everyone. We are cooking today, as you guys can see, by expanding our 9 chunks to 25. That will be next episode actually. So let me see how much time it will take, because I started the 9 chunk thing thinking it would be very fast. It ended up being crazy, and when I think about it, technically what I'm trying to cook is 16 chunks in a single episode, and 16 chunks, that's probably 500,000 blocks or something. I didn't really make the math, but it will be probably a lot. Hey Sunny, hello, how are you? Let's maybe do the math. So 16 is times 16 is like what, 100 something, maybe 200. I should pick the calculator. Can anyone do the math? How many blocks I am actually proposing to mine in a single episode? The thumbnail, there is a thumbnail on the stream. I did not select any. Oh my god. 256, yeah, thank you very much. I just realized that I'm dumb, because of course it is 2026, it's like 8 bits. Yeah, I'm just dumb. So then I need to do another times 16, so that would be 512. And then I need to multiply that by, so where I am, 108, so times 160. Yeah, it should be more or less 500,000 blocks. From this point, I know that there are caves down here, but it will compensate by the ones that I'm missing. So more or less, I will mine 500,000 blocks in a single episode. It will be a challenge considering what my next week will be. But let's see, let's see. By the way, this is the last time that I'm planning to do a chunk-based episodes. I really also want to, you know, have a little bit of easier time to blend in the top of the mountain with my typical stair patterns. So let's see how we can deliver it. Hey Car, how are you? Hope all is good. Glad to see that you made it. It will be tricky. 500,000 blocks. My plan was to deliver this episode next Friday, because next Monday I'm pretty sure I cannot, because of course I decided to take a mega project instead of a small one, because during the week it will be tricky for me to mine. So yeah, it will be a little bit tricky to have all of these ready by Monday, obviously. But I think that by Friday it might be doable. Worst case scenario, we'll have to do it from Monday to a week, which I think it was the same thing that we did the 9 blocks thing. I think that ended up being the case because I was not able to mine everything in time, and I remember that I was cooking the whole weekend like a crazy man mining. So let's see when I can actually deliver this. Next week, worst case scenario, from Monday, and you add just a weekend, and that's basically it. Yeah. In the meanwhile, as usual, it's a stream. You feel free to ask whatever you want about the project, about myself. I'm always happy to reply to everything. So feel free to shoot away if you want. Enchantments. So I do have basically 2 of these with Fortune 3, and I have these 3 Silk Touch ones, and I have this shovel as well, and I have 3 more diamond shovels with mending. Those are basically the enchants that I have in the tools. I have also a netherite hoe with full enchantments, and of course netherite gear full enchanted. And I have an armory with like 5 or 6 infinity bows for whenever I'm breaking one. And I have also 3 tridents fully enchanted, plus another one that I never really cared about enchanting. Tridents, funny story, I got all of them by draining an aquifer. I didn't even farm for the tridents, I was draining an aquifer. If you didn't saw the episodes, the drowns just kept attacking me, and I just kept getting tridents. Crazy, those times were crazy. And by the way, I need to establish the border over here, so let's put the border in. That block, let me just get rid of those guys to be sure that there are no problems. Are you coming back to me, buddy? Go away. Shoo. Oh, another one. Go away. Go away. Shoo. So it will be this block over here. Let me just establish it, and now, yeah, I can just mine with safety. So let me turn this off because these things are very ugly. Yeah, that's there are 2 probably, because whenever I finish a stream, I can add names. So probably you are seeing the live code still 11 because we are live. Whenever I finish the live stream, YouTube will render it, and whenever it will render it, it will ask me to put a new name, new thumbnail. So probably you are seeing exactly the same setups since last stream. Damn, that was hard to pronounce. That's probably why I'm a little bit of an idiot when it comes to live streams because I don't do that much. I'm really trying in 2025 to do more lives. That's that was one of the things that I wanted to do as part of this year, to give more life so I can hang out more with you guys, the community. I'm really going to try and do that. I'm going to try during January at least every Saturday to have one. My wife will have a lot of rehearsals with the band, so I will have some time on Saturdays. So I will try to every Saturday do a live stream, more or less at this time. Because I don't like to stream when she is at home. Not that she would not like it. I mean, she don't care, to be honest. She's just petting the cat whenever she is here and watching some series. But I don't like to be speaking very much. Because, she might be wanted to be concentrated on the stream and such. And I don't want to disturb her. So that's why typically I don't stream when she is home. It's not like she gets mad or something. Just like I don't really want to disturb her peace. And since on the Saturdays she's going to be outside, I think it's going to be the best timing for us to do this type of lives. There will be a tricky problem in this episode, because stone layers, I have actually been mining them quite well, but whenever we reach that black thing over there, oof, it will slow us down so much. The Mojang should actually add an enchantment or something that would allow you to insta-mine deep slate. And I know that you can moss insta-mine it, but I'm not sure if I want to moss insta-mine the deep slate, because I don't know if it will be funny for the videos and the project overall. I'm not sure if that is something that I want to do, but I'm actually curious to hear your opinion. What do you feel about moss mining? Would you like to have it? Maybe one episode just to try it out? What would you think would be a cool approach to mine in deep slate levels? I mean, mining like I am is always an option. I'm curious to know if you guys would like me to try and experiment some different things just for the fun of it. I'm willing to do it. I'm always willing to try those things for scientific purpose and for your entertainment. I'm completely open to try it one or two times just to see if how you guys feel about it. I'm always up to try new things. That's why, for instance, the widescreen, these last things that I've been trying on the end of the videos, they are actually a suggestion that came from last stream. Noah suggested it. So I tried it out and I actually think it's cool. I don't know if you are enjoying the wipe screens, and I know that the angles are not right, but I discovered that actually you now have, if you notice somewhere, it says facing. I don't know exactly where it is anymore, but you can have the exact angle for where you are facing. So I think that is going to help me on the next video, which will be this one that I'm working on, to have a wipe screen exactly from the coordinates and the angle, and I think that it will be very, very cool. I'm definitely going to be aware and careful to really try to have another version of the wipe screens even better. But I think it was a very cool experiment. I don't know if you are against it or if you don't like it, but personally I think it was a cool addition instead of the end time-lapse that I did sometimes. But, I don't know. As usual, let me know. We are in the middle of the month, or better, we are not yet on the middle of the month, and I am well above the 500,000 blocks in the year. So I think that for Jan we are probably going to be able to mine more than 1 million blocks. Of course, next week is a little bit of a wild card, but it would be very, very good if I could really start to create buffer, because I really, really would like to reach 30 million blocks by the end of 2025. And if I only mine 1 million a month, that will not gonna cut it. So I really need to step up and try to mine even more than last year to make it happen. And I really, really would like to have it happen. I will in June probably add another pool, so you guys can bet again. where you think that I'm going to land. But actually, there are not that many people that trust that I will reach the 30 million blocks. A bit crazy. Now, another thing that I will have to tell you, the expansion of the storage floor, I basically have already a row full of stone again. It's that storage building is very is modular, so it's quite cool to expand it, but probably I should start to expand it also horizontally and not only vertically, because at some point it will be so tall that probably it will be a little bit tricky for me, because I will spend a lot of time climbing stairs. So probably at some point I need to think of also updating it horizontally and not only vertically. It will be a little bit annoying whenever we expand from the original 1000 by 1000 perimeter and keep expanding the world to larger perimeters. Probably it will not be a bad idea to really start expanding that base in different directions, because vertically either I will start using rockets and the elytra to go to the layer that I want, or it will going to start very soon to be tricky to reach the top levels. So let's see. Hey Red, thank you very much. I'm happy to know that you are enjoying the project. It's very important to have a community supporting this, because look, this is my hobby in the end of the day, but let's be honest, whenever I receive the support that you guys leave in the comments, that's really the fuel that I need to don't demotivate myself. Because believe it or not, I actually enjoy doing this, mining this, doing all of these things. I really enjoy it, but it's very important to really receive, you know, your love and support. So thank you very much. Every single time that you say those things, it really matters. In case you think it doesn't matter, it actually really matters. I read all of the comments and I do try to reply to all as well. Might miss one or two here or there because YouTube sometimes is weird. But it really matters when you say, hey, I really like it, I really enjoyed it. That's really the fuel that I need. I thought about the water elevator. The problem is that I would not be able to set up the level that I would like to go. So it's like if I want to go to the top, indeed, that would be a solution. But to be honest, since I cannot choose the layer that I want to go, I think I would prefer to just go with the elytra, but it's a good suggestion. It has been something that I've been thinking of. Actually, I did a water elevator to let me just to actually go from down there when I put the chests down there to the top. I actually used a water elevator, but I actually died a couple of times with the water elevator because I don't exactly remember why. I think it was because it was one of the corners. So, and I have these caves, and I think that I moved a little bit from the water elevator, and I died because I didn't add the walls. I just had like a wall up there. And no. Actually, no. I'm lying. That's not the reason. I stopped using the water elevator because on the top there, the water frozen, so I actually could not use the water elevator because the water source was going broken. I mean, theoretically, I could just add a light source there, and the water should never be able to like be frozen because it would melt the water. But like you know, I didn't really thought about it at the time, so it was kind of stupid thing, and since I was already using the elytra, it was like I'd rather probably just keep using the elytra. Oh my god, your name is lovely. I comment for no other reason than wasting 3 seconds of your life reading my username. That has to be one of the coolest usernames I saw, and I remember that you commented once, and I really remember it because of your nickname. So designs where you can choose the floor, but that requires some redstone. For the water elevator, probably. To be honest, I'm not a big redstone guy. I know how to build. To be honest, I know how to build, and I think I showed in a live stream my personal world. So it's not like I'm the best builder in the world, but I can build. You might think that like, oh, the guy just destroyed the world. Like, no, actually, for those of you that are new and don't know, I started this project because I reached 1,000 subscribers. So I bet with people that if I would ever reach the 1,000 subscribers, I would mine 1,000 by 1,000 parameter. And what I did at the time was tutorials, and probably I should sleep. It's probably getting nighttime with the rainy start. But where I was. And I actually did some tutorials, and I had a survival series. And once I reached 1,000 subscribers, well, I keep my promises. And I started mining, and I enjoyed it so much that I unlisted all of the survival series and the hardcore series, and I just focused 100% in this project that I never expected to like it so much. But it's genuinely fun to just chill around, mine the world, put some music, some movies, some series on the background, and you just relax. You just mind. You clear your head of the things of the day to day. It's quite relaxing. It's a very weird way to relax, but this is actually my way to relax. It's yeah, it's a fun fact for those of you that don't know why this project actually started. Because why are you doing this is probably the most sad question that I've always receiving. That's the why. So now you know the why if you didn't know. Probably only the OGs knew, because I'm actually doing this already for like what, a year and a half at this point? Probably a year and a half once I think about it. So unless you are following me for a year and a half, you probably didn't knew this fun fact. But indeed, I started this exactly because of that. I explained it also a couple of times already, but it's always good to remember, people, because last month I had like a crazy month. There were like 500 subs or something. That YouTube was really starting to show some love to the channel and to the project. So I was really happy to see all of that, people, but I think it's important to also explain to people why we are doing this, because it's probably weird when you see these videos for the first time. It's like, what the hell is this guy doing? So it's important, I think, to keep reminding people. Now you go away, go back there. And how is 2025 been for you guys? Is everyone having a good time on the new year? Are you having more of the same as 2024? Are you worse? Hopefully not. But then 2024, how are things? Tell me. Aha, just finished the exam. Cool. What are you studying? What is your subject? Oh, my God! Why $200 in school books? Damn, that's crazy. Is it like for college or like high school? $200, that's crazy. Aha, nice, computer science. That is actually my degree as well. I took a degree, actually not computer science, it was in software engineering. And I actually also had statistics, so kudos to you. Hope that it went well. Statistics actually was a good one for me. I was always good in statistics since middle school, so not that hard, but there were some math parts that is like, oof. Man, $200 in books for college. And that's crazy. I don't think I spent I don't ever now that I think about it, I don't think I ever had a book for university. I don't think I ever had one. Is it like a mandatory thing, or you just bought it because it was to helping you study, or because I don't think I ever had the no, actually I'm lying. We had a teacher that actually he wrote a book. So guess what? He made us all buy his book. Because theoretically it was very important for his subject. But guess what? He was teaching database administration, so Google knew better. Man, the guy was terrible. The guy was I don't know how that guy was actually an university professor, but okay. But I had to buy a book because he wrote a book, so he made the book mandatory for his classes. Um, yeah, that's actually a smart choice to promote your book when you think about it. You not only get the money from college, but you also get from the students because the students needs to buy your book. That's actually a good business model. And what is your subject, Car? Also computer sciences or a different field? Ah, history education. Cool. Very cool. I like history a lot. I really like it. It is just that, I don't know if I could spend my whole day looking at history things, but actually it's a subject that I enjoy a lot. So, cool. It's probably cool. Do you enjoy it? Yeah, I think that's the problem for me, the reading and writing. That's the main reason why I didn't went to a subject more theoretical and I went to a more practical one. But it must be cool, huh? It must be cool. Hey, Gust! Hello! How are you in this beautiful winter day? What is your favorite historical period, out of curiosity? Oh, I bet the guys in Belgium this week were complaining that it was snowing. So I'm betting that you guys are freezing over there. Actually, over here today is quite fine. It was 20 degrees. It's like, this is the life. It's not that cold. It's not that hot. Like, why can't it be like this the whole year? Hey, hello, how are you? Hello, Scorpion. Yeah, the guys, I think it was yesterday, one of the guys was like at his home and his lights were always going out because I think it was really snowing. He's from, where is it again? It's from the, I think it's already in Wallonia, I think. And it was snowing, so he was complaining that his electricity was always going out. Oh well, I work remotely for Belgium, so I mention a lot of people from Belgium. I have a lot of friends in I actually work for Belgium companies since 2018 or 17, with a small hiatus in the middle, working for a Spanish company. But I have been working with Belgian people basically half of my career. So I mention a lot Belgium because I have a lot of friends in Belgium. I completely believe it. I would love to walk in snow. When I lived in Germany, it was one of the coolest things that I did there. Just the fact that there is snow, because as you might bet, there is not that much snow over here. I enjoy a lot snow. I do an annual trip to the mountains over here to just try to have a little bit of snow, but it's always a gamble because some years you do have snow, other years you do not have snow, so it's always a gamble. This year actually we did not caught snow, which was a little bit sad. But okay, you know, next year we will try again. um, a mix, actually, it's a mix. Nowadays, I'm working with people. It's a major multinational company, so it's based in Brussels. So a lot of people from both regions. Actually, the trip that I will have is to Antwerp. So I will arrive to Brussels, of course, but then I will pick up the train very soon to go to Antwerp. So this time around is Antwerp, but they actually change a little bit the office where we are. So, but actually, the guy was complaining it was from Wallonia. No, I am not Italian. I'm from the south, but no, not Italy. I'm from Portugal. Political world history. What type of subjects would that tackle? I'm actually curious. Political world history, because you could argue that everything in world is politics, right? Like geopolitics and stuff like that. But I'm quite curious. What does that subject cover? I know, I know. My name is Italian because I had an Italian friend that she emigrated with her parents when she was very young. So I had it in my classroom. So she put the nicknames in Azol, like you know, Cascolini, no, Almeidolini, and she started kidding with Azol. So the thing was, my name, for some stupid reason, in like 5th grade, it really caught up, and all my friends just randomly call me Cascolini because of that Italian girl that immigrated over here with them Italians. They are ruining Portugal. We need to get rid of them. But that's the reason of the nickname. So it's partially my name with the spin of a random girl from Italy that was in my classroom many years ago. Hello, Sammy. Hello. Progress going fine. We surpassed 17 million blocks, and we keep pushing. We are cooking, basically. So you wanted to ask the origin of my name. Ah, there you go. Now you know. That was the reason. I know that it's completely random because technically, if you go far enough on my genealogical tree, or however you call it, technically my family is all Spanish. So kind of weird to have an Italian nickname, but the thing is that it really caught up. I don't know why. People just from 5th grade, they were really calling me this stupid nickname. And I didn't like it at start. Like, I really didn't like it. But then it was like everyone was calling me that for so many months and so many years that it was like, yeah, sure. I will just start to use it like a coat of arms. So now it's a little bit the Fury from Tyrion in Game of Thrones. You just use dwarf like an armor and then they cannot hurt you. So I started doing that with my nickname. And then it's like, okay, now I like it. So now every single time that I do something in a video game, I just use it as my nickname. So there you go. Now you know my origin story. Whenever they do a movie with my villain arc, they now can use that as my origin story. I guess that today it actually doesn't sound that bad, but imagine that you have like, I don't know, fifth grade year is like what, maybe 8, 9, something like that. Didn't sound that well. And okay, it's a little bit what it is, you know. I had now that I think about it, my fifth grade or basically my middle school years. I don't know for Americans if it will be middle school. I'm sorry, I cannot map our way to America, but I think that for most Europeans is like that. So the fifth grade is like 9 to 10, I think, right, guys, or something similar. I don't know exactly, but like we are quite young, but we already have awareness of what is happening. I have such a crazy diverse classroom that now that I think about it, it was like what, the 20s? It was not normal to have such a diverse classroom. I have people from Spain, from Italy, from Ukraine, from Romania. It's crazy to even think how diverse that classroom was so many years ago. It's crazy. Aha! But you just discovered the best kept secret of Portugal. Lisbon is a tourist trap. If you want to visit Portugal, just follow me. Don't go to Lisbon. Lisbon is so bad. I cannot describe how bad Lisbon is. I love Porto and the North region. I just love it. Lisbon, if you speak about Lisbon, the city, I just hate it. But if you speak about the area, because then you would be including Sintra and Cascais and stuff like that, those are cool areas. But they are already outside like the big part of the city, right? So that part, that's just a tourist trap. Don't do that. It's preferable if you just go to Porto, indeed, or really to the north. All of the north of Portugal. And to be fair with the guys in Spain, Galicia as well, the north of Portugal and Spain is crazy beautiful. Crazy beautiful. And I am from the south, so I'm speaking against myself. But the north is so beautiful. I really like. Yeah, it's like the people are very rude, and I have the feeling that is like every single rude person from Portugal lands in Lisbon. Whenever I take a domestic trip to just, you know, do tourism inside Portugal, or to go in a trip with a business or something, wherever I go, people receive me so well. They are very kind. They are very interested in know more about you, where you come from, that type of things, right? So they are so cool. But then I go to Lisbon. It's like, what do you want? It's 5 euros. Thank you. I mean, come on. Why do you speak with me like that? Why do you do that? Why do you do that to me? Because, for instance, if I go to Porto, they are like, hey buddy, how are you? Yeah, sure, what do you want? A coffee? Sure. Do you want milk with it? Look, do you want sugar? Do you need another spoon? So, where are you coming from? Oh, you are coming from Évora. Oh, that's so cool. How is the weather like there? So, people are genuinely kind. They care about you. In Lisbon, they feel like robots. I hate Lisbon. And I lived there for a couple of years during the pandemic, and I really had to reach a point that I said, no more. This is not for me. I feel for you, Gust, because I feel you probably were cheated. It's like Lisbon is. I really cannot tell how much I dislike Lisbon. I cannot hide it. I cannot hide how much I dislike Lisbon. And I know I should not be speaking like that with a part of my country, but I cannot say how much I dislike that place. And I don't know even if it is because it's you know, the capital city or like a big city, because it's like whenever I go, for instance, to Brussels, and maybe I'm being biased, but I never had that the same level of I have found rude people, to be fair, but it's not the same level of rudeness. It's and people are generally kind, like you would find them on Porto. You know, it's I don't think it's due to the fact that it's a big city. It's just that it's a big city that really probably nobody likes, but because it has a huge concentration of the workforce of the country, people are forced to go there, so they are not probably very happy there. And that also leads to the fact that they do not treat people very kindly. I don't know if that makes sense. I think that the reason why Lisbon is so rude, it comes actually from that. Because people are kind of forced to go there, and then they don't like it, and then it's like, you typically don't get them in a very good mood, I feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would bet that if they do a study, that's probably the reason. I like to work with Belgian people a lot, to be honest. That's why, since basically, again, for like the last 6 years, I have been like spending 5 working with Belgian people. They are so cool. I find the level of kindness that I'm typically treated of. I basically felt at home. I'm in Brussels and it's like, yeah, sure, this could be Portugal. Yeah. Just a different language, but yeah, this could be in Portugal. Southern Italy. I've only gone to Italy once. That's another cool story. It's I went to Venice on March 2020. So basically, I rolled the dice. And I risked myself to be during the quarantine locked in Italy, in Venice, to be more precise. That's quite a funny story. Maybe someday I will expand upon it in one of those EMA. But I basically risked to really be quarantined in Italy because I really reached the last day. Whenever I reached Portugal, it was like 30 minutes before Europe went into lockdown. So I was really playing with the dices, because it was like, if my flight went delayed for like 30 minutes, rip. Not only Italy, but the Venetia Lombardia region, which basically was where I was. So I was basically at the epicenter of the thing. That was also the first time that I saw how governments lie to the general public. Because, you know, I arrived at Lisbon like at, I don't know, it was maybe 1 a.m. or something like that due to the time zones. So I left Italy around 11:30 at night, and I reached like 1 a.m. or something like that. And I reached the airport, pick up bags, cool stuff. I went with my girlfriend, because we were not married at the time, so I went with my girlfriend. We pick up our stuff from our house in Lisbon, and we said, okay, yeah, if we are going to quarantine, let's go to our hometown. It's in the countryside, quieter place, less chances for us to you know, have some sort of issue, right? So we went home, we picked up the bags, we picked up the car, because we went to the airport with an Uber. And then when we are making the trip, our prime minister was like in the radio speaking about like, yeah, we have already a lot of security in the airport, we have the borders very closed up, so no one is entering, blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, the hell are you speaking about? I was in the airport 30 minutes ago. You have no one checking what's happening. I literally came from the epicenter of the corona pandemic and nobody asked me anything. What do you mean? That was the first time that I really saw how governments lie to people. And it's absolutely shameless, because like the airport was pretty empty, right? Because there were not that many flights at that time, because it was really the last flights. But nonetheless, no one took my temperature. No one checked if to me to do a test or something. No, there was zero security. It was like nothing. And then 30 minutes later, the guy was in the radio saying there are strong security measures since midday. And I'm like, dude, no. Why? Why are you lying? It's like that was really an eye opener to the way that governments lie to people. Yeah, it was. What? Let's not die. It was crazy. In fact, I, I typically I assume. I know that politicians are liars by trade, right? But it's like the shameless way that I was eating the guy lying like that to the whole country. It's like, dude, come on, why did you do that? Anyway, I reached my hometown. I spent the next 2 weeks inside my house to be sure that I would not bring it to the countryside. But it's like, man, why are you lying to the people like that? It's crazy, 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 crazy. How many hours? I would need to do the math, but 86, 17 days. So it has been a while. Wait, there is actually a way, I think. Time played, right? There is sneak time. Time with World Open. I don't. Time played. Time played. 67 days. Man. Saying that out loud put things in perspective. 67 days. Holy mother of God. I will probably at some point have so many hours in Minecraft than I spent in World of Warcraft. And that is not a compliment. Jeez. That's a lot. Holy mother of God, that's so much. 1600 hours. Guys, when I tell you that I don't sleep much, I mean it. I don't know why I don't need to sleep that much. Probably the fact that I'm drinking a Monster is a good indication of why I don't sleep that much. But I don't sleep that much, really. I don't have that need to sleep that much. It's like if I sleep 4 or 5 hours, I'm perfectly fine. When I was younger, it was even worse. So 10,000 blocks per hour. That's not that bad. Actually, that's not right. And it's more, and I will explain you why. Because probably the first 100 to 100 something days, it was basically only preparing things. Because I had to do a branch mine to gather diamonds, to do the tools. I had to harvest chips to do the bed explosion tactic to get netherite, so I have the ancient debris farming. I had to do the enchantings. I spent probably a lot of time doing that at the start. So I started mining like with already maybe 200 days in, because I also had to go and farm the wither skeletons to kill the wither, to get the elytras. It's probably a little bit faster than the 10k per hour, but it's probably reasonable to think around that. Yeah, something around that. The leaderboard. You mean the leaderboard I have on the screen right now? Or do you mean the leaderboard of the first commenters? Which leaderboard do you mean? If you mean this one that I have in the screen, the in the screen. The leaderboard in the screen, it's actually a script that a member of the community get me. It's called ictsoy. So it's very easy to use. You basically just need to install some mod. Then you install the script. No. Actually, that's not right. You need to go to a world in creative, or at least that you can use commands. Then you install some scripts, and once the folder with the script is created, you just copy paste that folder inside the world where you want to use the scripts. And then you can just do, like, for instance, /t stat hide, it goes away. Then it's like stat show, and it shows up. Mostly these are the ones that I use. I know that there is a lot of things that the scripts can do to show different things. But to be honest, I installed it some time ago, so I don't exactly remember the steps. But if you want, go to my Discord. It should be in the comments, in the descriptions of all of my videos. And if you go to that Discord, you will find the ictsoy. Tag him and ask him if he can tell you wow, because he has a Discord where he really tracks the leaderboards for the blocks mined and stuff like that. So everyone can go there and submit records. So tag him and ask him if he can help you. But it's not very hard. It just the monster that I have killed the most. What is it again? Lime green. Yeah, it's just the regular one with 0 sugar. So it's that black one, the one that has no sugar. It's like I don't mind the caffeine. That's fine. If at some point I have an heart attack, sure. I just prefer to not have diabetes. So I don't drink that much monsters, to be honest. I only drink them like on the weekends, occasionally. So this is my weekend monster, let's say like that. But typically I always drink this type of sodas or energetic drinks whenever they have 0 sugar. That's my golden rule. If it has no sugar, it's fine. It will give me cancer because of this substance, or it will give me an heart attack due to the caffeine. Sure, fine. Future Kashkolini will deal with it. I just don't want diabetes because I have 3 grandparents with diabetes, or had, because I only have one alive at this moment, but 3 of them had diabetes. So I have a very high probability to have diabetes. So I avoid sugar as much as I can. Apart from that, it's fine. It's like, that is going to give you an heart attack. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine. The creeper. Yeah, technically I'm drinking the creeper. My cat is strangely quiet, so I'm just going for a minute to put the game on pause and check what she's doing, because whenever she's quiet, I get suspicious. Give me just a second. Okay, no weird things found. She's just sleeping in her tree instead of her bed, so that's okay. By the way, because I know it has been something that you guys have requested previously. I am trying to find out where I have my webcam from my videos lately. I'm trying to find where I have it, because I have it in some pack from my house from Lisbon. I'm still, building a house here in my hometown, so I have a lot of things packed. I'm trying to find my webcam to start streaming with the webcam. I don't know where the webcam is, to be honest. I found out where my old mic is, the red one that I typically add, the Hyper Beast one. That I found, but I don't find the webcam. I still need to search for it a little bit more. Whenever I found it, I plan to do a stream with the webcam. But I really need to find it because it's not easy to have my full setup in here where I am, in this table. So I really need my big table from Lisbon. So yeah, that's mainly the reason why I don't stream with a webcam. But at some point, worst case scenario, whenever I have the house ready, the webcam will start to be a thing on the lives. Not on the videos, but on the lives I will start to have the webcam on. I really found weird that the webcam is not where the microphone was, because I had pretty sure that they were both in the same box. Apparently there is another box, or I just lost the webcam. That's also a possibility. Would be quite annoying. But that's maybe a possibility. The webcam, to be honest, was not that good. It was one of those what was the name of the thing? It was a Kaio, I think, from Razer. It was a Razer one, I think. But I never enjoyed the quality of the webcam, but to be honest, I don't know that much about hardware. So yeah, I have it somewhere. So I need to see if I can find it. Or maybe it's just me that don't know how to set it up properly to have it with a proper setting. But I will really try to find that out. I'm actually curious now on how many blocks I mine per hour. I need to at some point do a small study about it. Just also for you know, my own information whenever I'm planning to mine. Probably important. Because this year I think my schedule will be a little bit tricky with my 9 to 5. I have a lot of work on my plate. I will probably slow down the mining pace a little bit. I don't want to, but you know, 9 to 5 wins Minecraft. But I really need to know, because I will have like blocks of 20 minutes here and there, so I want to leverage them more. So maybe the time lapses will lost a little bit of sense, in the sense that maybe I will just have to leave it like this with these weird things, but hey, it will be what it is. Hello, Obotify, how are you? Welcome. By the way, I don't have the sound of the game on my phones, because it distracts me a bit, because you know, sometimes I have videos and series and stuff like that, so I like to hear what people are actually saying, so I have the game in like silent mode. How is the sound in the stream? Is it too loud? Is it okay? I'm actually curious to know what is the experience that you guys have with the stream. I hope that this pickaxe can endure until the end, because there is still a bit here. Hopefully. Particles, you mean this thing breaking? I guess? It's quite annoying, but I think I am so, you know, formatted to see them that it's like, probably it would be weird if I didn't saw them. But thank you for being here, Philip. Hope you enjoyed as usual. Have a great weekend. Okay, good. Good to know that the sound balance is cool. Because it's really like I don't want to have the sound off, because if I have the sound off, it's like I will most likely forgot to put it on whenever I'm recording the video. So I found a good workaround, which is I just input the sound of the YouTube or movies or something to my columns, and then I use the default NVIDIA whatever to cast the sound of the game, like this, the NVIDIA high definition audio. And I can then in OBS, which is the software that I use to cast it into different audio tracks, so I can actually have always the sound on, but actually I'm never eating. So I've always been wondering, like, is this working okay? Because in the videos it is working okay. I see the videos as well whenever I post them, so I know that in the videos it's okay. I actually in the stream I didn't knew. So world tour when in 15 minutes should be probably the time to finish this, repair the tools, and I'm going to give you a small world tour before we close the stream. Does that sound good? I will show you the world, or at least the parts that I have mined. I have until 18:30 more or less, so in half an hour we can just finish this, and then I can repair the tools very quickly, and I will give you a small world tour before we close the stream. Which I think it's okay. I like to fly around just to show you off the progress, so it's not a problem at all. I have rockets because last it was maybe 1 or 2 nights ago I did a 10 minutes creeper hunter on the world, so I do have rockets. We can do that. Now let me just take off the floor everything that is not stone. I like to do that to speed up the next segments. It's one of those ADHD, I think that's the name, you know, no, it's the TOC. I don't know why I like to remove the things on the floor for some reason. Hello Girish, how are you? How are you? You have been crazy on the shorts. You give no chance to anyone to be the first. So, let's remove this thing over here. I think there it is, one iron thing over here. It's one compulsion that I have, that I like to remove things from the floor to just speed up next segments, basically. So these patches, if they are exposed, I just like to, because typically I could just let the world leveled at the same level, but I like to, just do that. And there was one on that corner as well, I think. Indeed, you are showing a lot of. You are always the. It's a little bit like Ashimon. Ashimon is great. It's like sometimes I have not even make my own comment on the videos, and the guy has already made a comment. he gives basically no chance on the videos. So I think we are done. So let me just stop the recording, and then let's repair the tools, and I will give you a small world. It's not a problem. We can do that pretty fast. It's one more shulker box, or like, oh, this one. We pick this one, and we pick all of this. We are on it. So give me just a second, very quick toilet, and I will prepare the tools and show you the world. Okay, let's go. Oh wait, I for some reason your chat disappeared. Okay, there we go. I see that I have two tags. Yes, have you summoned me? I'm here. Imagine me like a genius. Ask me anything. How can I help? Eat a little bit just to have the saturation on. These go here and that go there. This can go there. Okay, got it. Meaning of what? Sorry. Did I miss a question? Sorry. Could you make the question again? I might have missed, or I don't see it on the chat. The meaning of my username. I just explained it a bit before. I had, whenever I was in middle school, or I think it is middle school for Americans, it's like my 5th grade. I had a friend in my classroom that was an Italian immigrant, and she put me that nickname, and I just start using it. So that not big, huh? If you go to like the beginning of the stream, to the vlog, I really explain it. So you can just push it back a little bit, and you are going to have a full breakdown on the why. I actually did it in this exact stream, so there you go. So no, actually what I want to do is, and over here it's this one I want to, let's start the bowl first. Now the iron goes to the kitchen, this one goes to the kitchen as well. I need to actually smelt all of this. So very soon we are going to have another smelting episode. Very soon, very soon. Probably after this one. After this one I will probably have to focus again on smelting near the base, to be sure that I can take care of all of the ores. So now let me just repair the tools very quickly, and I will give you a small world tour. My favorite block. Yeah, that's a good question. There is an episode that I enjoyed a lot to do, which was the deforestation one. I enjoyed it very much, but it's a bit annoying to break trees. I would say that my favorite block is probably deep slate, and the reason why, and I know that I'm speaking against myself, because I would love to have a way to insta-mine deep slate. But I actually like the fact that it's like, if I eat this, no, no. I don't think they can flee, but no, let's. So it's not like insta-mineable. It's like you need to give it one sort. Because if I press and I do like this in stone, it's like boom, I open a big hole, which is great when you think that I have to mine an entire world. But it's actually cool to, you know, mine a little bit slower, you know, see the block really break, see the things taking form. I can do it after in the time lapses with all of the blocks, but with deep slate it's really relaxed, you know, you really need to take your time. So I think deep slate is the one that I like the most, I would say. either that or breaking the geode, because I just love the sound of the geode breaking. I'm playing without sound, but whenever I'm breaking geodes, actually I have sound because I enjoy the sound, like kind of crystal thing breaking. I don't know. I actually I just enjoy the sound of that thing breaking. I would say one of the two, most likely. Did I? No, I didn't. For those of you that are curious on how I actually repair the tools, this is also the why. Maybe some of you have never seen it. This is the why. I just trade the stone with masons. That's pretty much it. And the overflow, I store it in the building because, for instance, if I am making an episode on deep slate levels, or for instance, the episodes where I remove all of the dirt, I would not have stone in those episodes because I'm not mining stone. So I'm using the storage to pick up the stone and be able to keep repairing my tools. So that's why I try to... I only store really things that are useful. So stone, diorite, granite, that type of things. And the ores. I like to collect the ores. But it's really because they are useful. Because the dirt, the gravel actually I store. And the sand as well, because whenever I need to drain big bodies of water, I do need to actually use it. So, you know. But most of the things nowadays I just throw away because, like, if I'm not going to use it, it's a little bit pointless because the project is so big and large in scope that I need to be as efficient as possible. So if something is not helping me, it's probably pulling me down. So that's more or less the approach that I have right now with which blocks I store and save or not. If it makes sense, which I think that if you think about it reasonably, that's basically what makes sense. Ugh, the mouse is kicking. Yeah. What's funny? Gus Gus Games. Curious. What's funny? I think we are through. There we go. So emeralds go to here because these ones are from the traded villagers. I will just here. I will put this up. What did I do? What did I do? Okay, I minimized the stream by accident. Ah, there you go, another fellow miner. How far did you reach? Quite curious. How was your experience? You just keep the furnaces running to keep these things roaring. I have a lot of things to smelt. Yeah. Well, you know. Uh, the world is a very big place, and I am fully aware that at some point, like, I will be too old to keep doing this, but for as much as I can, I will keep doing this really to see how much it is possible to mine. And I know that there are guys that have mined almost 200 million blocks, which is basically 10 times more than what I did. So I'm really wondering how much is mineable before really the world gets corrupted, or really you get so old that you cannot just realistically do it anymore. Yeah, let's see. Ah, said. It's like I'm not really afraid of the grifting. because I really take backups of the world semi-regularly. But it's like, I think it's at some point I'm not against at some point having a community server where, you know, people of the community can go there and mine. But mostly I think that it's cool to just do it in a single player world, like having really the real vanilla Minecraft experience. It's like, it's you, it's the world, just go and do you. Because if I would have this in a world, I could have you guys and the other members of the community if you want to join in and help. But in the end, I think it's more interesting if I'm just doing it alone. I did not make my skin. Actually, I would like to make a skin for myself. I need to search a little bit in YouTube if there are good videos teaching you how to do a skin. The skin that I have, I just picked up from the web. So it's just a random skin of a guy with a hoodie, right? So it's just a random skin. I would like at some point to have one that would be mine, and if someone saw it in the internet, they would say, "Hey, that is the idiot that is mining an entire world." You know. So I would like to make one actually for myself. But yeah, this one is just a random one. Hey, no problem, Girish. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have enjoyed. And you too, Gus Gus. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really hope that you have enjoyed. Cheers. But yes, I would like to do a skin for myself. And let's see. I have it on my plans for this year, and maybe to put it to a community vote. But let's see. Let's see how I can make it, because I don't really ever did one. I'm pretty sure that will be an online editor where you could go and do it. I have just not searched for it yet. But definitely I would like to have a skin that is personalized for me. And I could even do one day a contest to say, like, people from the community could submit skins and I would put them into a vote, and the skin that won, I would use it. It would be the official Cascolini skin. Maybe that's a cool idea. If people from the community would be interested in a contest like that, I would be up to. Let's see. I actually came down one floor too much. I need to store the granite over here. Let me just store the granite, and I'm going to give you the world tour, and then we wrap it up. It's over. There you go. So, world tour. Where are we going to start? In the Nether, fun fact that most people might not know if you don't follow me for long enough. We actually have a blaze farm for whenever I need to dry sponges. Let me just jump here very quickly. We have a blaze farm, which, let me see if I still remember where it is. I think I needed to go to one of these things. Yeah, it's over there. We have a blaze farm. I made it in one of those 0.5 episodes. It's just a simple blaze farm. It's I just stay over here. The blazes drop, I kill the blazes, I get... Actually, I need to come here at some point whenever I have 10 minutes or something free that I cannot use to mine. I actually need to come and get some... Why is missing the stair over here? Huh. Weird. But yeah, just a blaze farm. You saw, it's a blaze farm, it's lava fueling the blazes here, and then I just chop, and I get the blaze rods. I need to actually get some more blaze rods whenever I have the time, because I don't have that many stored. But yes, so starting from the Nether, we have a blaze farm in the world. just to help out again, whenever I am drying sponges, I am using the sponges to dry something, and then I would use the blazes to in a furnace to dry them. So I don't know why this portal linking is so weird, but for some weird reason, the portal over there sends me down to nowhere, and I need to just follow these stairs until the surface. I don't know why this is happening. To be honest, I have zero clue why this happened, and it's very annoying every single time that I need to go to the nether. So maybe instead of 10 minutes, I need to figure it out 1 full hour to just be there and farming blazes AFK or something. But well, bit annoying, but there we go. This is the village and there is the storage building. So the storage building, you know it. It's basically where I store things. I have over here a cow crusher. This is our food source from the world. I grab the wheat from over there and store it over here. I feed the cows. I get... Actually, this time, let's just do a small cleanup since I'm on it. I get beef. I cook beef. I have a cache full of food for whenever I need. For creepers, I thought in making a creeper farm, but creeper farms are so annoying to build that, like, every now and then, whenever it's nighttime, I just put the replay mode on pause. I hunt the creepers, I get rockets, I get gunpowder, and that's basically it. So, the world. This is the first corner, and over here in this big hole, it used to be a massive aquifer. You guys know the aquifer. It's he pops up sometimes. I just figured it out that over here there is still a little bit of the aquifer. Sometimes the guy just randomly pop up, but well. This used to be a massive, gigantic cave, and actually you can know it because over here I actually started a branch mine. Let me just try not to die. I started a branch mine. This was in the early episodes where I was really trying to extract the diamonds. I don't know why I missed that one. So I did a branch mine. I did it to try to pick the diamonds for the tools and stuff like that. And if we keep going into this direction, this used to be a massive cave that is now fully exposed. And if we go up here, we will find this cave entrance where I actually find out one. I think I showed you this one in a video, or was it in a live stream? I don't remember if it was in a video or in a live stream. This used to be where I repaired my tools before having the masons. So this is a fully functional zombie spawner. Zombies would spawn, they will be here, I would kill zombies, I would repair tools. There is an ancient city below us. I still need, by the way, in that area, I have never cleaned up that area over there, so it's a little bit dangerous and I can trigger a warden. But in a live stream some time ago, actually, there is an ancient city below us. I made it safe, so the ancient city will no longer trigger wardens. So whenever we reach there, we can just mine it out. And it's really a goal that I have for 2025. It's to strike down these big mountains and try to expose the ancient city. It will be tricky. I'm not sure if I can make it, but that's a goal that I have. Over here, it's just a ridge, just, you know, the world. This is the Lonely Mountain. I made a community vote if you'd like the first initial 1000 by 1000 perimeter to be like imploding, meaning the borders would be tall and the center would be a massive crater, or if you'd like me to have the Lonely Mountain in the middle and the Lonely Mountain be the last thing to be mined. You guys voted the Lonely Mountain to stand tall and proud, so there we have the Lonely Mountain. I am actually just going from the Lonely Mountain out, and I am mining the slopes. Over there, let's go to the other corner. This mountain is basically hollow, so you can see that there are massive caves down there. I need to start moving in and mine it out. And I feel like the world is lagging a little bit, isn't it? Are you guys experiencing it, or is it me? Huh. Oh. My world is lagging a little bit. Okay, I feel. Whoop. What is happening? Huh. Weird. Was this lag from my end or from, or did you guys also experience it? Weird. Anyway, this used to be a river, as you guys can still see, that would wrap up around these mountains. So I already drained the river. And if you go from this side, this used to be a big forest, which continues down there, by the way. And I already deforested. I did all of the things that you saw in the other episodes. So no more forests, no more dirt, no more trees. Over there is where we are mining today. So it's the 25 chunk thing that hopefully by the end of the episode that I'm cooking will be there. And down here there will be an aquifer. I know that there is an aquifer down here, so I need to probably expose it and face it. And the lag is getting really crazy. Whoa. Not sure what is happening, but the world is lagging, which is very weird, huh? Maybe it's my computer that is eating a little bit or something? Not sure. Anyway, big mountain over there, that's the mountain where the ancient city is, well, below it. Below that mountain there is the ancient city, so this is the mountain that I need to basically bring down to expose the ancient city. It's lagging so much. Is it me, guys, or I don't know, it's crazy. Huh. This is very, very weird and annoying. Don't know why this is happening, but this is very weird and annoying. Anyway, the world tour is basically also this. I don't know much more. Basically this. And it's a lot to mine yet, as you guys can see. So we still will have a lot of fun. Anyway, the world is really lagging. I don't know why, and it's a little bit pointless to give you this bad experience. I need to figure it out why. Maybe something overheating on the computer. But, well. Anyway, people, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream. I'm very sorry for this lag right now. I don't really know what is happening, but I will try to sort it out. Again, next week, probably there will be only one video. I'm cooking, you now know what the video will be about. So yeah, I hope that you enjoy, and thank you so much for popping up. Have a great weekend, people. Goodbye.